Okay. Good evening, everyone. So I am going to speak about something that I wanted to speak about before. I am not a preacher. I am nobody like that. Um, have you ever felt unworthy of serving God and going to church and trying to do right because you're not perfect? Well, I'm going to read something in the Bible right here. I'm in the book of Luke. I'm going to read something in the Bible right here that will kind of make sense of things, because this is really what helps me whenever I feel discouraged and I have to repeat myself a lot. Okay, so this is out of Luke 5, verse 27. Matthew the tax collector. After these things, he went out and saw a tax collector named Levi sitting at the tax office. And he said to him, "Follow me." So he left all, rose up, and followed him. Then Levi gave him a great feast in his own house. And there was a great number of tax collectors and others who sat down with them. Now, tax collectors in the Bible times were considered bad people. So for Jesus to sit down with a tax collector, people would view him as bad. Well, they wanted to view him as bad for all kinds of reasons, because he was perfect. They were envious and, just didn't believe in God. And their scribes and the Pharisees complained against his disciples, saying, "Why do you eat and drink with tax collectors and sinners?" Jesus answered and said to them, "Those who are well have no need of a physician, but those who are sick." Which, by meaning, you're not going to go to the doctor if you're not sick. You're not going to go to the doctor if you're well. If you were already perfect, you wouldn't need God. If you had everything together, you wouldn't need to talk to God. You wouldn't need to lean on God. If you were perfect and you had if you had everything together, if you were walking a straight line, if everything was perfect, you wouldn't need God. So that's what that means in my eyes. So I'm not really good with words. I consider myself like, I think it was Moses. Anybody can correct me if I'm wrong. Said he wasn't a good speaker. He stuttered. I don't, but he still didn't know the words to say. So those who are well have no need of a physician, but those who are sick. I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. That means if you don't think that you're perfect, it don't matter, because what he's saying is nobody's perfect too. Nobody's perfect, so you can have friends that are sinners because you're a sinner yourself, and you can try your best to be a positive influence in their life. As Jesus, I can imagine back in that time, Jesus showed love to everyone. And he treated everybody with compassion and respect, and was just an all-out good person. So you can't pick and choose who you love. Can't pick and choose who you want to show the love of God to, because he showed the love of God to everyone that he encountered. So, and people can look at me personally. People personally can just look at me and say, "Oh, she acts crazy. She cusses sometimes. She has done things in the past that are not acceptable." But that does not mean that I don't believe in God, and I don't talk to him every day, and that I don't pray, and that I don't trust him. So you can't let you not being perfect keep you from trying to draw closer, because I struggle with that myself. I struggle, with, just sometimes I can't even find the words, but I struggle with trying to be a better person and trying to follow God and do everything that I need to do to make God happy, but I fail every day because I'm human, and I am what you would be considered a sick person that needs that hospital that God offers to me, and that's to put it in simple words, you know, God is our physician, and we're all sick and need his help, you know. So just letting you know, people can look at me like I'm crazy. I was watching, and I was watching this T.D. Jakes on TV the other day, and he said, let people look at you like you're crazy, you know, because you believe in God. Just know that he came for the sinners and not the saints. If we were already perfect, then there wouldn't be a reason to even have Jesus. If we had it all together, if we were all perfect, you know, that he is the only perfect one. So don't give up. Don't think that just because you sin and you have a past and you act a certain way that you cannot do your best to get closer or even find God. So I'm going to encourage someone to just not give up and keep on fighting the good fight and encourage yourself. Sometimes it's hard to encourage ourselves if we feel alone, if we feel like nobody is with us, but God is with us every day. He said he will never leave you nor forsake you, and he loves you, and he loves me with all my flaws and everything that I've done wrong and everything I continue to do wrong. All you have to do is try and be a better person every day. Try your best to be a better person than you were yesterday, and everything will be just fine. Trust in the Lord and lean not into your own understanding. That means, like I said, trust in God. Sometimes if we think of things like, if we try to find the answers ourselves, you know, leaning to our own understanding is finding the answers ourselves. You know, like when we're confused and we don't understand things, and we're like, oh, I'll just figure it out. That's, you know, coming to conclusions into your own mind about things. That's not really a smart thing to do. You know, you get in your own head and you're like, oh, you know, I don't know if I need to trust anybody, you know, that I can't see, you know. But if you trust in God and you don't trust in yourself, that's the key right there. You know, you're going to let yourself down, and people will let you down too. So just know that trust in God, lean not into your own understanding, and always acknowledge him. He will direct your paths. You know, you get up and go to the grocery store. Hey, we're going to go to the grocery store today, God. Or we're going to go to work. Invite him everywhere you go. Put him first. Everything else will fall into place. Okay? I'm not perfect. And the Lord knows I'm not. He had a sense of humor whenever he made me. He said, this one right here, she's crazy. But she has purpose. Just like all of y'all do. All right. Love you. God bless you. You have a good night. Bye.